me we made a vow, for better or for worse. I can't believe you let me down, but the truth's in the way it hurts. For months on end I've had my doubts, denying every tear. I wish this would be over now, but I know that I still need you here. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. You've been so unavailable. Now sadly I know why. Your heart is unobtainable, even though Lord knows you kept mine. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. I have loved you for many years, but maybe I am just not enough. You made me realize my deepest fear by lying and tearing us up. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And I know, 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 I know I'm not the only one.
Hi, this is Anil Balasurya and you're checking out the hottest in Sri Lankan talent only on Sindhu TV. I think, it's quite, I think a lot of other artists said this as well, but I think it's quite timely that Sindhu TV has come out with a project like this, because I think, like I said before, it's a great time for Sri Lankan music in the music industry, because there's so many different genres that are kind of popping up, now. In the mid-90s, there was a lot of hip-hop bands. Then as the 90s came to an end, with the 2000s, there was a lot of rock and roll, alternative music. Then that kind of shifted to a lot of metal music that came out. And now, then there was the whole drum and bass culture, the house culture, and now there are all these, synth pop DJs or EDM DJs who are in Sri Lanka. And it's a nice little melting pot of diversity, and there's a lot of different genres, and I think Sri Lanka has more to offer now in the music industry than it has had in a long time. So I think that's brilliant. I think I'm all for diversity in music. I think, like I said, Sri Lanka has such a wealth of creativity, that you should never dictate to an artist and say, no, this is what you should play, this is what you should be listening to. If you don't listen to this kind of music, you're a loser. This is not cool music. No, you should let an artist and a songwriter discover who they are. And because everyone may not be able to write a hip hop song, everyone may not be able to write a metal song or a pop song, but they might be able to write some other genre. But they should not be afraid of expressing themselves because they think it's not popular, or they think they'll be ridiculed for doing that kind of thing. And I think that's really silly and immature. So I think I welcome diversity, and I think the more genres of music we have, who knows, a couple of years from now we might find some good country artists in this country. Country music is pretty good. So I think that's great. I love it, and I think like I said, it's at a very high standard right now. I think we still have a ways to go with record production, as in music production in Sri Lanka. I think that's something, maybe it's not that we don't have the equipment or the studios and stuff like that. It's just that maybe we just need to get a little bit equipped with how to do it. Maybe producers, there are some great producers in this country, and we've come a long way with music production. But maybe that's somewhere that maybe there can be a few advancements. That being said, like I said, we've come a long way from where we were, and I think it's great what Sindhu TV is doing, and I just hope that this is just a small step, or big step rather, in a larger picture, and the powers that be will take notice of this and will take a step from Sindhu TV and create some kind of infrastructure in Sri Lanka for the arts. Okay, well, I'm not really producing for anyone specific. How I work is this. I mean, I also have songs that I write myself, so it's a constant battle of doing my own music and discovering talent and helping them out. So basically, how I work is, if I go out somewhere and I see someone performing and I think that they're kind of talented or they have something to offer, then I tell them, look, let's get into the studio and put this on a CD or record this. And since I kind of have the infrastructure to do videos, since I have like a small production house myself, I go out there and do the video. So it's first started off with one person. Her name is Neve Evans. When she was 14, I met her quite by accident at the Barefoot Gallery when I organized this concert for this Aussie band who came out, and I worked with her on a couple of videos. And after that, work turned out so well that we started doing that to so many other people. Like, I worked with people like April Shockman, who recently won a singing competition herself. We organize a reality show kind of singing competition as well. Two great singers came out from that who we are working with, Tania Fernando and Antoinette Whelan. Recently there was this band that came down from the UK. They are Sri Lankan born artists, two girls who are now in university in the UK. And they came down, and I saw their material, and they said they'd like to do some stuff. So we produced a really good single and a video for them. Their band's called Wednesday's Wolves. That's something that you should look out for. It's very, very good, and they've got beautiful voices, and I think we did a pretty good job. And I'm sure as time goes on, you'll see most of these videos here as well. So so I mean, there are lots of artists we are working on, and in the near future, we hope to build a bit of an infrastructure here for artists, so that it costs a lot to make videos here. It costs a lot to record music in Sri Lanka, and a lot of these kids, they're still in school, still out of school, and they don't have the kind of finances to do this. And unfortunately, parents and a lot of people in Sri Lanka don't take music seriously. Like, no one would tell their kid, look, become a singer or become a pianist, or I mean, it's something that you always keep as a hobby on the side. So parents also don't like to invest money into these things. So we want to kind of come in there in the middle and kind of link everything up. And since we have the facilities in house, help these artists and hopefully get them discovered someday.
Running out back and you're slamming the door, bare feet on the grass, spreading leaves on the floor. Oh, headed for the sun and you fall out of trees, burning up the driveway, scrapes on your knees. Oh, from all of the paper cuts ran blood that was far bluer than the sea. When you take my hand and pull me out, I remember what it's like to be free. Dancing outside when it's thunder and rain, lightning rattling the window panes. Oh, bringing me back to that time long ago, when I lived outside my head and I could grow. Tamer of the savage beasts, and so much braver than I ever could be. Queen of all that you survey, and ruler of the youth that stayed in me. Tamer of the savage beasts, and so much braver than I ever could be. Queen of all that you survey, and ruler of the youth that stayed in me. Queen of all that you survey, and ruler of the youth that stayed in me.
Well, I mean, I've been in like a few bands now. You know, I started off at Independence Square in 2000 or 99 really, and then after that I had a couple of solo records. Then we had Magic Vinyl, and then a couple of years ago I did the Anil Balsuriya band. And well, I've started jamming again because I've written like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of songs in the last, you know, couple of years or so. So really, every time I want to record an album, then I get a band together and I then go into the studio. But that's a bit of a torturous process in itself, and kind of deciphering between those 200 songs and thinking, okay, what are the 10 songs that actually go on the record? So I have to be quite critical and pick the 10 songs that I think are the best. So I have picked those 10 songs now. So I've hooked up with a couple of my ex-bandmates. I've hooked up with OP who played with me in Independence Square, as well as Samantha and Isuru, who were playing with me in Magic Vinyl. And on drums, I've got Ishanta, who's a very talented young kid. He's a very good vocalist as well. I think he was part of the winning band at TNL on stage last year. I think he's got a band called Constellation. So he's playing drums. And we met up for the first time last Friday and had a bit of a jam session. It was so good to, you know, jam with a band again, and it felt really good. So let's see what happens. I mean, hopefully we'll keep jamming, play a few gigs, and a record will come out of it. But yeah, it's sounding good. It's good to be back jamming with the boys and the girl, and yeah, so it's a good time.
So Forte Tenors is 3 tenors, and the beauty of being in a group like this is that all 3 of us are equal. It's not like a boy band where there's one person that's, you know, the lead singer and everybody else is kind of backup. In our group, we all treat each other as equals, and so You know, there are songs where I'm the one that's singing all the high notes. There's songs where one of the other guys is doing it, and we trade off and we share the load, which really makes our job easier, because it's not one person bearing the whole burden. And so my part in the group is just, you know, 1/3 of the group carrying 1/3 of the load, and it's really exciting. You know, we are soloists in our own right, and we've each had solo careers. I'm currently still maintaining my solo career as an opera singer. I've traveled the world singing opera in London, in France, in Japan. I'm actually going to Italy next month to do a world premiere at the famed La Scala Theatre in Milan. I sing regularly at the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. And you know, the three of us all have those kinds of careers, but we really believe in the power of unity and coming together. And one of the things that's unique to our group is that it's very much multicultural. Josh Page is a New Yorker, and Hana Ryu is from South Korea. I'm American, but of Sri Lankan heritage, and it's something really cool about bringing people together from different cultures and different backgrounds together to make harmony that really touches people across the globe. And so, you know, I invite you guys to come out to our social media pages, ask questions, and just interact with us. You know, we're on Twitter. Our Twitter is @ForteTenors. We're on Facebook. It's facebook.com/ForteTenors. Or you can look up my public page, which is just, you know, on Facebook. If you look up Sean Panikar, I'm there. And you can interact with us and get to know us. And I hope the people of Sri Lanka will take some pride in what we are doing with our new album, that you would join us at pledgemusic.com/ForteTenors and check it out and see if it's something that you want to be involved with. We are so grateful for the support that we've had from Sri Lanka, and we look forward to eventually coming there and singing some concerts and getting our music out to the people that are there.
Yeah, my name is Sanjeev Niles. I am primarily a classical singer. I'm by tonality a baritone, known as a baritone in the classical world. I have varying interests in music. My roots are primarily in classical music. I have sung in many of the leading choirs in Sri Lanka. I have been a soloist for many of the leading choirs in Sri Lanka. And I also have some serious interest in heavy metal music. So it's a sort of a strange combination, but I think it works. It works for me. What I wanted to do was to do something original that the world has never heard before, let alone Sri Lanka has not heard it before, and do something new and something that is fresh and brings in a really good sound, giving voice to the operatic voice, along with different elements of music coming in. And I have started on this project, and I have done my initial single release, and I'm hoping to work on an album going forward, which I will release during this year. Yeah, my first single release is a song called Cadence of Your Tears, Freedom's Chains. This song I did in collaboration with Suresh De Silva, who is the frontman and lead vocalist of Sri Lanka's premier metal band, Stigmata. We did this as a vocal collaboration together, and we were assisted in the orchestration and the production by Ravin Ratnam at Paragon Music Studios. And we did this first single release somewhere in January, and it's been a great success. There are so many people who've been completely moved by it and who have really felt that this is something very new and something very appealing. And you can check it out. You can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Sanjeev Niles. That's SANJEEVNILES. You will get the link there where you can listen to the song, and you can download the song for free. And it is a completely different sound, which compared to some of the many other sounds that you would have heard before. And we have got quite a bit of great feedback, not only from Sri Lanka, but also the track's been promoted a bit in India as well. And we've got some great feedback from there too. Definitely you've got to check it out. Hi, this is Sanjeev Niles. This is a clip of my brand new single release, Cadence of Your Tears, Freedom's Chains, done with Suresh De Silva from Stigmata, and you're hearing it on The Movement by Sindhu TV.
Spread their shattered wings, while crimson moonlight spills my cantata, my cantata, my cantata for your sin, my cantata, my cantata, my cantata for your sin. And I shall seek you, shall meet you by the pool of shadow dreams. Shall I forsake thee, berate thee, dance to the cadence of your tears, before the winter comes and innocence fades away. My cantata, my cantata,
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we need the media to back us up as artists. We need the media to take us out there to people who will hear our music and who would want to engage us as artists. So this program on Sindhu TV, the movement, I think is doing a fantastic job. It's taking our music out there to the world, and this is something that not a lot of people are doing. So it's a fantastic job that the movement is doing.